Sure.
I'm sorry, Joe
Yeah,
Boyagers.
They got messed
Oh,
up. but that's
motherfucker.
okay.
I accidentally left an open province.
They will come back down to they will strategically redeploy down here to Italy. So
Appreciate it, bud. Just have some people on other trades catch up with the first trade. It'll be fine.
Hey, this is not those fucking artillery emplacement trains.
Oh
that,
my
like,
God.
I tried to move around last time in the Maginot Line. God, that was frustrating as shit.
Yeah, they don't move fast.
Like just like an hour before they showed up, the defense was then over, and then we had to push the fucking train back to the province it came from because then they were attacking the other one.
Yep. Sounds about right. Come at me, British fucks. I'm used to killing Frenchmen. I need a real fight. God damn it. Need to go to Blaze Pizza. I've been to Blaze. I was not impressed. It was way too expensive for... Like, I could have bought an entire, like, extra large pizza from a good pizza place.
Somebody, please, think
For,
of
like,
the
this...
children.
For, like, this tiny little shit fuck pizza thing they gave me. I was disappointed. Did I build? I built a division! Yeah!
That's a good Magnus, good boy.
Yes, it's a good Magnus. A real division with real troops in it. Oh my god! I sank a French sub.
And Gorgonzola cheese.
Ooh, that sounds good. So what did I put in this? I don't even know. Let's see. Foot infantry, field artillery, anti-aircraft guns, a field hospital, light recon, quartermaster, transports, and division HQ. That's not too bad.
Yeah, the Amsterdam should surrender probably within the month here.
The fucks, Dutch fucks.
The next 2 weeks, they should fall.
Dutch? Yeah, Dutch. I know where Amsterdam is.
They're all on their last legs.
Well, let me watch more ads. Well, thank you, dutifully purple hero. I appreciate it. I'm a little shocked I actually built a unit. It's a little surprising. Just a little bit. I mean, it's because most of the Italian troops are not like they're like half divisions. They're not really that strong.
The stock ones you start with?
Yeah, like a lot of them are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 8 regiments instead of the possible 10, so a lot of them are lacking. Mostly lacking support units. Hey, Sir Striker. Sweden and Burgundy shall rise again. Are we playing EU4? Did the French do a good old Maginot Gambit again? They actually just they were
sat there.
They didn't do a dumb, but they did do a French, which is kind of like doing a dumb. They garrisoned the Maginot really hard, but they didn't just suicide across the Rhine.
Yeah, actually there's been no combat along the Rhine whatsoever. Yeah. Maginot Line and Siegfried Lines have been quiet. All the fighting for the French has been either in the Alps to the south on the Italian line, or in the Benelux where I'm at, in the north.
Yeah.
Ha! Amsterdam has fallen.
Huzzah! How many troops did you kill?
I don't know. I didn't look.
Oh, well, some. I'm gonna go with about a few. I only got like 1 French corps surrounded here, but it's 1 less French corps to be fucking with you.
And now all these guys are just gonna drive right down to Belgium and surround the next little batch here.
All quiet on the Western Front? No! It's all explosions on the Western Front.
There's nothing but explosions on the Western Front. There's nothing quiet about it.
Yeah, really.
Belgium and Netherlands are on fire right now.
Yeah, I stormed across the Alps to the Rhone River, and what I plan on doing is destroying the French garrison at Marseille, reorganizing at the Rhone River, and seeing at that point where Bob is, and then plan another offensive from there. Because there are quite a few VPs that are easier for me to get than for Bob. Like Lyon, Vichy is down here, Montpellier, and I'm gonna have Marseille, Besançon, Toulouse, Bordeaux. I'm not pronouncing that one. La Rochelle. Like, the southern ones I could probably get to without too much trouble. Why are you killing my Belgian brothers and sisters? Well, it's because he's Germany.
Hey, they declared war on me.
That's true. That's true. They had it coming.
It was ill-advised, but they did it. There's actually a French heavy tank over here.
The French did have heavy tanks. I have no idea what this is. This is a commando unit? I'm just gonna go attach you to some fucking light infantry. I'm sure they could do with you. What are these I'm building? This is AA combat engineers, chemical mortars. Ah, I'm following my German brethren.
Yay!
Nice, I like that. Ben's French is atrocious. Of course it is. Magnus. My everything except for English is atrocious.
Not with that sentence structure, it's just not that good. My everything is atrocious except for my English. Just think about that.
My Latin is okay. Okay, we're gonna cancel these attacks. So that's like a real infantry division.
Everyone barrel over the line into Antwerp.
France had better tanks than the Germans in 1930. France had like the best tanks in the world in 1939 and 1940. They just didn't know how to use them tactically.
Yeah, actually, all of you said, those of you that just took Amsterdam, actually go ahead and just eliminate this pocket, because otherwise we're going to be here forever.
That is a fair few. It's a fair few troops in there. Looks like I managed to successfully stop the British in North Africa. That's good. I've got good defensive positions and a lot of troops on those defensive positions, so I'm okay. And I'm constantly bombing them. Put infantry support doctrine as dumb. Are we playing Hoi 4? Your doctrines are bad and you should feel bad. And everybody but you attack! Ha 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 ha. Oh, you're almost dead. Right. Okay, that was a little overkill. Wonder if Germany would have done if they had the Panther from the start. Well, I mean, considering they didn't deploy the Panther till what, 1943?
A lot of warfare is not just simply who has the best units, but it's also who can maintain their units too.
There was the problem with the Panthers that like a full third of them burst into flames before they got to the battlefield. They had a tendency, like when you went to turn the engines on, that the fuel lines would rupture and the engines would just explode. It cost the same to make like 20 Panzer IVs as it took to make one Tiger. I think the Germans only made like 1,800 Tigers, while the Americans made what, 50,000 Shermans. The Soviets made like 60,000 T-34s. Germany's Wunderweapons were not all that were cracked up to be. Alright, the Battle of Marseille has commenced.
Yeah, a lot of there's certainly technological achievements to be discussed, but a lot of it came down to warfare doctrine.
Yep, that too. Oh, somebody stole artillery plans from me. Oh,
those bastards.
El Duce is mad. Oh, Duce thinks you're a douche.
Oh.
Oh, ultimate diss.
Sick burn.
Exactly. It's the best one I can think of just as a fucking Italian. Alright, we're doing a fair job shooting down British bombers over Italy. The thing, maybe the UK boner for Magnus will help Bob out, because they'll all fly a really far distance to bomb me rather than just blast the shit out of the...
Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of...
the Ruhr Valley.
Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of British planes over Germany lately.
Actually, just got
which either means they've all been shot down or they're going bugging Magnus. One of the two.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, all of you just ground attack this one spot right here. Actually, no, except for the interceptors.
Everybody remember, it's 1938.
Yes, it is.
And
Why wait? Lebensraum waits for no man.
Lebensraum fights for no man. My great uncle on my father's side told me about how during Kursk they had a lot of tanks put out of action due to thrown treads and engine fires that actually being lost to enemy action. Very true. The Germans had an extremely tough time with maintenance. They like the worst part of German tanks were often the transmissions. Like the early Panther tanks, you could break them down by driving them inappropriately. Be like if you were driving your like stick shift Honda down the road and you were in a bad mood and you angrily shift to third and the engine exploded. Panthers also had issues with a lot of tanks, if they wanted to pivot on the spot, they would have to engage one side of the like the tracks on one side just faster than the other ones and just kind of pivot like that, so they'd have like a really wide turning circle. A lot of German tanks had the ability to go forward on one track and reverse on the other track. You could do that on a Panther, but it would destroy the engine. You would wreck your transmission, not the engine. You would wreck your transmission doing that. You could do it, you just fuck up your tank. Or like even the barrel length of the 75 millimeter armament on the Panther was an issue. Moving through cities and towns, like you had to make sure the barrel was pointed perfectly straight. You couldn't point it off to the side. So oftentimes you get stuck on things. Germans had a lot of like logistical and mechanical issues, even though they had like tactical superiority when things worked right. I'm a nerd.
Yeah, now the French have started sending their colonels against me now too.
Well, I'm on the Rhone in most places now. Well, I'm at the Rhone. I haven't actually driven them across, but I'm there. They're launching their counterattacks. I'm attacking Marseille.
Yeah, you're all up in their business there.
Oh, yeah. Nerd. Yes, I'm a nerd.
Nerd.
It was a rule among Panther drivers. Never reverse and turn at the same time you'd throw a track. Or like the Ferdinands, which were the Porsche model Tigers repurposed as tank destroyers. They didn't bother putting machine guns anywhere on those things. Because they just naturally assumed they were like, oh, they've got a long range. They've got, the 88 millimeter, KWK-43 or whatever it was. We'll be engaging enemy tanks at 1.5 miles away. And then they were just like, oh, wait, there's like 1 million Soviet troops here with Molotov cocktails. Forgot about that.
Shit.
Riddled. Whenever you say that, all I can think of is riddled with phlebitis.
Why I say shit?
You said it in that like deeper Bob voice.
Shit.
Shut up, checkers. All right, so I've got some defense.
I've actually kind of been ignoring the Polish front just because it kind of takes care of itself a lot of the time.
They just die.
Like every once in a while, like I'll check over there. It's kind of like this spunky Polish division will have like clawed back its way, like in some ways, into like the German occupied Polish territory.
Yeah.
And then they just stop there. It's just like, okay, well, I guess we're gonna cut you off and destroy you again. But otherwise, I'm just waiting for combats really to finish on the Polish front. The Western front, I'm waiting for Rotterdam to finally fall.
Are you saying you're just farming Poles?
Yes, I am farming Poles. I'm asking for volunteers to go in the work camps for at gunpoint.
Megan just said in chat, "Aroo,
Aroo."
Riddled with phlebitis. Shut up, Agnew. No, shut up, checkers. Not shut up, Agnew.
Damn it, Agnew.
Yeah, exactly. Damn it, Agnew.
I mean, essentially, I've got 2 panzer divisions and then an infantry division to the north of what is this? Den Haag. It's actually pinning down the stack there, while everyone else is like working on Rotterdam and pushing them out of Rotterdam.
It doesn't look like there's a lot of troops left in Rotterdam right now.
There aren't.
No.
But the thing is that Rotterdam is urban, whereas
Yeah.
you know Den Haag is plains.
Yeah.
So fighting them out in the plains is gonna be a lot quicker. So if I can push them all out of Rotterdam, take Rotterdam, I at least have the defensive position to then go ahead and crush the rest of them.
True. Oddball just said he's been watching Futurama for the first time and it's amazing. Oh, let me invite you to 20 years ago. Oh my god, that started in 1999, I think. That was legit almost 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
How does it feel, Ben? How does it feel?
I feel like I should be riddled with phlebitis.
Looks like you stopped your attack on Marseille.
Nope, still going.
Is it? I don't see it going.
I'm attacking from two flanks right
Oh,
now.
well, because I'm not attacking there, that's why.
But
my Gerberjägers are almost back in position.
The Gerberjägers. A bunch of people taught me how to appropriately pronounce that word. Nah, I'm not going with that. Hey, King Stubbers, welcome back. Have they blitzed France yet? Well, I've actually made more progress in France than Bob has, but Bob has been killing like hundreds of thousands of French troops in 2 pockets around Amsterdam and Rotterdam.
Well, it was mostly the Dutch, actually, that were up. The Dutch and Belgian troops were there. There were some French troops, and then there was like an expeditionary British force up there that Montgomery was just like, hey, let's go ahead and take it to the Germans, but they got all encircled and destroyed.
Let's see. My grandfather, however, was at one point part of the 24th Panzer Division, which was destroyed at... Wait, he was at Stalingrad and he made it out alive? Like, didn't only like 4,000 Germans return from that?
Was your father or mother born in a gulag?
Yeah, really. Jesus Christ. He had been wounded while commanding his crew. Oh, he was flown out. It's before the last airport fell. Injured and medevaced.
Very daring.
Started hating Orlando Bloom after the movie Troy. I thought the movie Troy sucked, so I'm okay with that. Man, that came out when I was in high school. My see, the only relative I'm aware of that fought in World War II was my step-grandfather, who was aboard the USS Princeton while it was sunk at the Battle of Leyte Gulf. All right. Well, I mean, oh, I got rebels.
Where are the rebels for you?
In Italy.
Africa? Oh, there they are.
Melfi? I don't know. It's some probably like it's probably just like 3 angry cobblers.
What do we got? Aha! There's a long-range sub that's ready to deploy somewhere.
Send it into probably the Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, that's the idea. Oh, come on. Let me select, damn it. Yeah, long-range sub. You are going to go... Actually, I'm probably going to set it out near the Azores, what I'm going to do, actually, with that one.
Oh, that's actually that's a good spot, because a lot of the convoys go up kind of between the Azores and the Portuguese coast.
Yeah. I mean, as well as I've got some other stuff in the dock that can stand to go out there, too.
Sorry, I gotta grab... I'm gonna all scratchy. I gotta go grab a bottle of water.
Okie dokie. Yeah, all the subs are just going to head on out here. Of course, these ones I'm not sure can make it. Yeah, those ones can't make it quite as far. I think these ones can make it to the Bay of Biscay. Yeah, here we go. Convoy raid out there. And who else? This is another... Yep, all my long-range subs are starting to finish up now. They are all coming off the slipway. Go there. Go there, go there. Oh, they all end up right here? They did. Okay, well, we'll just go ahead and send... We're going to send actually these guys out on their own is what we're going to do, I think, just so we can cover more area. Yeah, like you go out to here. Convoy raid. And...
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to litter, because all my long-range subs are now coming off the slipways now at this point, so they're all going to head out in the Atlantic.
Sounds good to me.
Convoy raid. Oh, that one cannot go that far. Okay, that is too long range. Yeah, but pretty much if you draw a straight line from like Labrador to the south end of Portugal, that's where our sub coverage is going to be for convoy raiding.
Labradoodle. I actually think a lot of the doodles I just made may have been a little too big, so might have to do a little micro here, but that is okay with me.
And then, actually, how far along is my production on my other ships here? Because there's a whole, like, they lay down keels for just like a shit ton of ships. So the first one of those is going to come out in May of next year. That's the Command Heavy Cruiser. Then we have the Blucher, the Prince Eugen, the Lutzov, the Friedrich Karl, the Rune, and then a smattering of destroyers.
Why do we go all Sean Connery on that one?
I don't know, because I was already slurring it, so I just thought I'd go with it.
Might as well just go full Sean.
That's right.
My armors will be the... What is
apparently British are out there, right there. Oh shit! They sunk one of my ships already. Wait a minute.
You sunk my Blucher.
You sunk my Blucher. Nay.
My armors will be the rocks and the trees and the birds in the sky. I suddenly remembered my Charlemagne.
It's not even how that line goes.
Isn't it?
No, it's Shakespeare.
Oh, I thought it was. Wait, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Ben, Marines are not leaving.
I'm gonna fucking go back and rewatch that. I suddenly remembered my Charlemagne. I think that.
No,
I think
it's Shakespeare.
I don't think you're right.
It's Shakespeare.
Someone's
gonna look it up in the chat right now. They're gonna confirm.
Somebody go look it up. Is it Shakespeare or Charlemagne? I thought it was quoting a play about Charlemagne from Shakespeare, wasn't it? My grandfather was in a French SS division. I don't know if you should be bragging about that one.
Yeah, really. Hey, we enforced retake course in Poland.
Huzzah!
So the war's over with Poland, and not conquer Poland. It's there still.
What, Bob? What did you do?
I took my war goal.
Did you?
Danzig.
Did you not add any other war goals?
No.
Well, there's your problem.
I'm feeling okay with this.
Okay, well, no, this could work to our benefit. We're gonna put the propaganda. Where's Goebbels? We're gonna put the propaganda spin on this, Bob. I just killed 64,000 French troops.
I could have added Poznan to it too if I really wanted to be like, hey, World War I borders, bitch. But I didn't go for that.
Because okay, what you could do is you could just run through the Baltic states and have a limited front against the Soviet Union, or we could just say fuck it, Soviet who? And kill the Western Allies?
Well, that's what I'm doing right now, is killing the Western Allies. The Soviets and I don't got any beef right now. It's still 1938.
Okay.
Wait. Guess who just got freed up to just, like, murder France?
Bombarder? You're proud your grandfather was in a French SS division? Why is that a thing to be proud of? Can anybody help me out here? I feel like I'm lost.
Service with the Nazis is not something to be proud of, guys.
I feel like that's where I'm going with that, especially the SS, especially being a traitor to your country and being in the SS.
I mean, there could be a story to be told for sure, like with enforced like servitude, like you get to serve with us, or you're dead. Yeah, like if that's the choice, and there's a novel to be there's a thing to be doodled there. There could be a thing to be doodled, but that's not something you go just talking to people about. It really depends on what the context is you're talking about that in. Like, don't be proud of that.
Context matters, guys. Context
matters a lot.
It does. All right, so quartermaster, motorized combat engineers.
I gotta keep remembering that the actual the combat number on the combat, when you look at the map,
does it matter?
It doesn't matter. So I keep having to remember. I keep having to remember to myself to look at the actual combats and see how like the strength and the organization is for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Tank destroyers. How fast this guy goes? 6 kilometers an hour. Bombardier is Serbian, Croatian, not French. He said it as a French SS division. He literally said French SS division. I'm gonna go by what he said. All right. If I'm gonna make an armored unit, do I know what like motorized infantry is? Oh, I do. Okay, that's a thing I can do. So let's get rid of that. We want to keep these guys zippy. This is going to be basically motorized infantry with armored support. And I don't have access to motorized...
Let's learn about heavy artillery brigades. Let's learn about that.
That's probably a good thing. Yeah, these will all slow me down. I can do machine gun support. Ooh, chemical mortars!
just make a division with all that. Okay, so everyone move back into Rotterdam.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna slow me down.
Okay, so Rotterdam is full of colonels. It looks like
colonels for every.
They're all HQs. They've got no orientation whatsoever. So they're just like, so there's a bunch of dudes just like showed up, and we're just like, hey, we're here now.
Alrighty, Marseille is fallen.
No, I'm not going to play EU4, whoever that is trying to invite me to play EU4.
Of course, the chemical mortars. Well, I mean, I actually did decide to take the chemical mortars off because they weren't really that effective. You know, it wasn't good for... They slowed me down, so...
Actually, what we can do is we can actually turn all this air power around is what we can do. Buy a mercenary unit? No.
Hard pass.
I don't need mercenaries.
SS were basically a cult. The SS were... There were, like, conscript-esque SS divisions, because there was, like, you know, Polish SS, Norwegian SS, French SS. Collaborator troops, basically. I don't know a lot about them, though, so I'm not going to spout off. How's North Africa? North Africa, I retreated to defensive positions, and we have just been fighting the British at As-Sidra. But we've been fighting them well. We've been bombing the crap out of them and murdering the fuck out of the guys attacking me.
I miss the Reichstagon.
the rectangle.
The rectangle is the shape of Germany when it conquers territory. The Reichstagon was what I was suplexing bombers, not from the British.
When Germany was choking out a Hitler was choking out a Lancaster. Hitler's in a saucy mood today. Bring him a Matilda too. We're doing a fair job shooting down the British bombers that are bombing Italy for some reason. What's the black area in Italy? Those are some... we decided those were some angry cobblers who were, like, striking for better wages. Literally, they're just rebels that popped in the south. It'd be really cheeky to do a naval invasion in Benghazi and surround those Brits. That would actually not be difficult. Oh, one of my divisions in St. Cloud has been destroyed. Oh, they are attacking, like, really hard there? I might actually want to retreat.
Where do you need the gerbils?
Let's see.
Actually, they're gonna
Chambéry.
They need to actually reinforce, so they're gonna sit there for a little bit.
Maybe when they're done, you know, not being just a couple guys and a pistol. Chambéry.
Yeah.
Chambéry. But yeah, I could definitely surround those British troops without too much difficulty, because if we look at the infrastructure map mode, it would be really easy to surround them and destroy them by starving them out. And that's not a bad idea at all. Maybe I did just eliminate that pocket in Benghazi. Or not Benghazi, in Marseille. We're talking about Benghazi. And freed up a bunch of troops. That's not a bad idea at all. I would really only need a couple divisions to do it. Maybe a full corps.
Maybe.
Maybe. So why don't we, like, what if we grab one of these little dudes and one of these guys I made and just reorganize and see what we're working with? Okay, so I am going to take the cavalry out, move in the mountain infantry, the anti-aircraft guns, the chemical mortars, and the combat. I cannot move in the combat engineers. Okay, that's okay though. Light recon, anti-aircraft, medical support. Let's
come at me into my garrisons. You're not gonna fight. You aren't gonna beat me, Frenchies.
Pansies.